Hey guys, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. Now, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so by clicking the subscribe button, and also click the thumbs up button if you do like what you see, of course. And don't forget to share the video to all your social media networks that you're on as well, because sharing is caring. All right, guys. Well, I'm so happy to be back in front of the camera. I hope everybody has had a fantastic past week or so. Yeah, I've had a pretty good past week. It's been interesting in different ways. Yeah, I mean, y'all are like, okay, what does that mean? Yeah, means I have stories for you. That's what that means. So yeah, so. Oh wow. So let's get on to what this video topic is gonna be. I won't waste any time with the topic tonight. Okay, so if you notice the title here, I'm talking about basically, am I too fat or not? Am I too fat to be loved? And that's what, it's an interesting question, right? Am I too fat to be loved? Or is there a such thing as being too fat to be loved, basically? So let's, basically focus on that. And I came up with those questions from the experience I've had this past couple of weeks. Okay, so as I told you all I've been dating and everything. I've done a couple of videos on the dating sites, like reviewing the dating sites I've been on, so you already know I've been dating if you've been following me. Okay. So, and if you haven't, please go back and check out the videos. I did like a video of my dating experience on blackpeoplemeet.com and things like that. So, I'm gonna do another one for my experience on Plenty of Fish because oh boy, have I got some tea for you. Anyway, yeah, so one guy I met on POF, I never met him in person, but we were just talking online. And we were talking not very long actually. This happened like maybe a week or so ago. And I was like at work, right? So I'm working and you know, I work at home too. Okay, so I'm working and I'm downstairs and he's like texting me and everything because he seemed so cool on the site, and we just seemed like how you have an instant chemistry with somebody. So we hit it off really well, and he lived in the Chicago area, of course, and he just seemed like a really cool guy. We had a lot of the same hobbies and interests. Okay, so we look for the same thing, look for a relationship. And we hit it off well, and I think he was a Taurus. That's what it was. I'm a Virgo, and he's a Taurus. I was like, oh snap! So I'm like, female Virgos and male Tauruses, they really go along, really well. So I was getting excited and everything. So he goes ahead and gives me his number. So we exchange numbers, and he hits me up, and we're talking. So we're just texting because I can't really talk because I'm at work. Okay, so we're talking, and everything is great. We have this really great, vibrant conversation through the text message. So I'm assuming that once we do get on the phone and do voice chat or Skype or something, it's gonna be great. Okay, so I'm not even worried about him. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a wonderful first date. I already know. And I'm thinking of what day we can meet and everything. And then all of a sudden, things go funky. The whole conversation is great up until the point when he asked me what I was doing when I got off work. And I got off at 8 p.m. and he was like, so what you doing tonight? Or what you doing to get off work? I was really tired that day because I had work earlier downtown too. And I'm exhausted. I've been working all day. I'm just gonna, watch some Netflix, make me some dinner and just kind of chill out tonight. And he was like, oh, okay. And like you can tell by the response that like I pissed him off or like something. He just wasn't ready for me to say. He wasn't ready, like he was not ready for me to say that, right? And so I was like, oh, I was like, "Would you trying to come scoop me up or something?" I was like, "LOL," trying to like lighten the mood. I was like, "Oh, I think I'm saying something he didn't really like," like he wasn't ready for that one. And he was like, "Well, I'm just trying to find something to get into tonight. I'll probably go to my uncle's house or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, I was just messing with you. I know we just started talking. We're probably not gonna meet that fast anyway." This is my response to him. So then he just goes ham. He was like, "That sounds like something a kid would say. Only grown people do what they want to do." And I was like, "Oh, did he just try to come for me?" Oh, in my take my raspy voice, I was like, "Oh no, honey." I'm like, "You better have several." I said, "Wait a minute." I said, I am grown. I'm 26 years old. I'm like, what are you talking about? So he's 33, mind you. He's 33 years old, so he's a few years older than me. And he's like, well, I ain't 26, I'm 33. And, basically he goes on about, how, grown people can do what they want to do. And he was like, you seem like a really nice lady, a really great woman, but, you turned me off when you made that statement or whatever. And he's like, and meeting a guy in person, that's how you really get to know him, duh, and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, it's always them fat chicks that do that type of stuff or whatever. And I said, first of all, I said what? I said, so it's a problem because I have standards, and I told you I have things that I'm comfortable with and things I'm uncomfortable with. That's exactly what I told his ass. And I said, who you calling fat? And that was the last text, so he didn't say nothing back after that. So I went ahead and blocked him and everything. And I was like, douchebag. Like, I mean, really though. So, and I have not been called fat, especially like by a guy in like a long time. I'm like, this is the first time I'm hearing this. Usually, like it's you thick or whatever, and they like what they see. I'm curvy, of course, but I'm like not fat. I'm like, what? So it didn't compute with me, so I was like, okay, like I don't know, but lately me and the dating sites haven't been getting along, and I don't know, it has not been good for me. And like, you know would you all excuse me 1 second? I'm cooking as well. I'm cooking dinner, but I don't know, it wasn't computing well with me. And I'm like, really? I'm like, this is I'm like, this thing doesn't make sense. So he's like, yeah, you're fat or whatever. And, well, he didn't. He didn't go back and reiterate anything, but just the fact that he said that, and I'm like, these sounds fat, so it just did not sit well. So I had to text my friend and tell her about it, and she was like, ooh, really, and so we had to talk it out so I could feel better about it, whatever, so it just threw me. I was just thrown, and I don't know. My mom was like, girl, you need to get about this site. Like, it's, basically people just looking for booty calls and, just a bunch of assholes. I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. I'm like, my mom was like, he just wanted a booty call and he was just mad because you were not willing to, comply, honestly, because you were like, no, I'm not coming out tonight, no, so I'm like, okay, he's an asshole. And now I'm like, I'm so damn fat, like, I mean, it's something that attracted you to me because you came to my profile. You the one came to me, I didn't hit you up, I was minding my business, because that was none of my business, and you came over to me, so, hey, you liked it, so, whatever, I'm like, I don't have time for that. So that led me to like this topic that I'm doing now. Am I too fat to be loved? Not necessarily. Well, me, this the whole video is not about me, but just in general, big women in general. Because I talked to another douchebag last night. I didn't meet him off no, and I've been running to a lot of jerks lately. I don't know why I've been arguing with these black men, and I don't normally argue with men because the men I come in contact with, like I don't have a husband, I don't have a boyfriend right now, so I'm not really arguing with men like that. Like I don't have a reason to. So the only men I run into are like what co-workers or whatever, and I get along just fine with them, or supervisors or whatever. They've been on me for like, a while now, so they like me, and we're good, we're cool, so those are professional relationships, so you're not really going to get into arguments with these men. Not really. You could, but it would be business related. I mean, if anything got personal, then somebody would be overstepping boundaries. If they were like, "Oh, you're fat," or and, So I don't think that would happen anyway in a business setting. I hope not. Anyway, I don't have arguments with men on a regular basis. So this kind of spooking the devil out of me because I was like, why am I arguing with so many men? Like, well, it hasn't been a whole lot, but it's a couple. I keep running into these jerks. Like, I don't know if I piss God off or the universe, but it just sending the jerks my way. Do I have a sign that say like send jerks to Lisa? I'm like, I don't want to deal with them. I deal with crazy people on the phone when I had to call these random dumb people. So why you? I don't want to deal with them in my dating life. I'm trying to date and find a husband and stuff. So I'm like, I'd rather not deal with the bull. But then you kind of have to. I think every woman goes through that, but it's so stupid. Especially somebody call you fat or try to make you feel bad about yourself. I'm like, ugh, I don't have time for that. So anyway, I saw another douchebag last night. Now, there was a video 5 months ago, not one of my videos, but another YouTuber's video. He did a video on black women using their booty to get attention, and he was just talking about how black women sometimes go a little overboard with, like, showing off, wearing leggings, and maybe wearing leggings with short tops and just showing off. He just felt like they should cover up more, and I had to comment, I had to say something, so time I'll say something. Yeah, this is 5 months ago, mind you. So this is like back in the summertime when I made this comment. I forgot all about this video. I forgot I even made a comment on it. Not my video, it's somebody else's video. So there's a man, and he commented on my comment. So he, not the man who did the video, but another man watched this guy's video and saw my comment and decided he was gonna reply on it. So he went in, he went off on a whole other tangent. Like, I think he used my comment as fuel for his rage, and his little issue with black women being big, whatever. So I will read to you his comment that he made, and I'll read to you our little debate. Okay, and this is like really pretty interesting. I feel like you all probably should hear what he said exactly instead of me trying to like piece together what he said, so you can hear what he's saying directly. Okay, since it's pretty much publicized if you were to go to the video, So okay. So this is how he feels about, black women. He says, I don't know what happened to the black women's mind this day and time. You all confuse being fat with having curves, and this shit has got to stop. Now, you said you have a big booty and love wearing leggings. That's his reference to my comment. Now, well, you are not in any shape to be wearing this. Now, how does he know that without seeing me? Dumbass. The guy in the video is not talking about fat women using their booty because it has no power. He is speaking of women with nice shapes, not just some big sloppy fat ass. It truly amazes me that you fat black women fool yourselves into seeing something that we don't see. You are delusional if you think men with standards pick overweight women. For some odd reason, overweight and obese black women think an overweight, out of shape ass is desirable. You rope yourselves into the same group with other women who have nice fit round butts. No other race of women on earth does this but American black women. Now, 80% of you are overweight and obese, but you actually pretend that you're not. This shit blows my mind. It's like an overweight black can think by putting on a long weave and her fatness all of a sudden is not seen. I see this all the time, and you all claim to be educated by not taking care of your body. That makes no sense at all. You would think an educated woman would know that taking care of her body was number one. What's the use of being educated when you send yourself to an early grave? Educating and killing yourself at the same time is insane. This had to be said. I just can't take overweight women thinking there's something there that's not. You can't praise your body when you're destroying it. Other races of women have the common sense to hide their fat. Black women walk around like it's a badge of honor. We don't want to see this shit in public. Do it at home, please, or work out and lose some weight, then come show us. I see too many of you with this insane delusional mindset. It's no different than a person walking around talking about how many degrees they have and don't have one. You have to earn it to flaunt it. Yes, there is something wrong with it when you don't have it. Also, God did not make you fat. You did. I never could understand how a woman could be fat and see something else. Example of kind of woman he's talking about, Melissa Ford. She's on YouTube. Now, that's a sex tool in power. So, after that bullshit comment, mind you, I'm at work on break. And I said, before I go to my desk, I was like, I have to give in. I was like, I had to stick it up for my ladies. He had a lot to say, right? I'm like, damn, okay. I had to take a breath out of all this. I'm like, he wrote me this novel of just BS. I'm like, he's very opinionated, right? I'm like, who the hell are you? So I said, wow, you sure have a lot of opinion, I see. Wow, I agree and disagree since I'm going to always ride with my sisters. Women do get fat or overweight or obese for different reasons, such as pregnancy, lack of love, self-esteem, self-love, not knowing their self-worth, or really not knowing any better as far as the importance of having a healthy diet and exercise and living a healthy lifestyle. These are things that have to be taught. Unfortunately, a lot of black women live in poverty and may not be able to afford good, clean food or a gym membership. So before you harshly criticize someone's unfortunate circumstances, try to think about the whole situation. You do bring up some good points, though. You're just really unforgiving in your delivery. Also, a woman needs to look good and take care of health in general for her, not just for you guys' amusement. That's secondary. Mm. So then he says, Lisa, that's a bunch of lazy bull. I know too many white women that have 4 to 5 kids and look like she never had a child in her life. On the other hand, a black woman will let herself fall apart after one kid, and a lot of the times they have kids or hit 20 or hit 25. The same black woman that you say can't afford clean food, buy weave and other cosmetic bullshit they don't need. What's weird about all this is the black woman loves fashion and dressing nice but care nothing about the body. The clothes go on. The women make the clothes, not the clothes make the woman. Then you say can't afford membership. Are you joking? Even the poorest person can afford a gym membership these days. They are cheap as $10 a month. The same black woman will spend $100 at fast food chains each month and then turn around and say they can't afford memberships. Planet Fitness is $10 a month. Black women are excuse queens. Even without a gym membership, there is no reason for 80% of black women to be overweight and obese. It's ridiculous and plain out lazy. You all put yourselves out of the race for quality men. No matter how smart a woman is, a man is always going to want something attractive on his arm. This is no secret. I don't care how many degrees she has or how nice she is. A man will pick the attractive woman with no degrees or any type of education over an overweight, educated, good woman. That's how it is and always will be. You can't change how men think. 80% of you are overweight and obese. You just open the door for other race of women to take all your good men. Not talking about thugs and simp Negroes, real black men that are doing well. You have to give us something to desire. A majority of you are not desirable. If it's not the weight, it's the attitude. It's sad that black women won't even walk around their own community in order to lose or control weight. Then you all complain about black men going to another race. I can't respect a woman that does not respect herself. If you don't take care of yourself, how you gonna take care of me and the kids? I don't want a bunch of shit to eat. It makes me sick to see all these white women working out every day, even with kids. Then see a fat black woman that's half the age of the white woman and the black woman be 100 pounds or more heavier, and you all can understand why a brother jumps the fence. So then I came back and said, well, yes, a lot of your points are sadly true, and I'm not one of the black women you speak of. I know all about Planet Fitness because me and my mom go weekly, and so we make a conscious effort to eat well. So I know how important it is to eat well and live right. I think these women simply needs to be taught the proper way to go, not beat up on, but just really told the truth in a constructive way. I do agree some changes need to be made, but remember, nobody's perfect, and women were made to be different sizes regardless of courage or fitness level. Also, some people are big due to major health problems, something they can't help. So, I was like, okay. I felt like he brought up, and my mom like sort of agreed with the points that he was making, and I was like, really? I'm like, mom, he's supposed to be ride with the sisters. You're supposed to ride with this jerk. Like, he kind of he brought up some good points, sort of, kind of like some of the point when you really look at what he's saying, and like he kind of puts himself out there as an asshole, so it makes it hard to really want to listen to him because when somebody is demeaning you and belittling you and insulting you, you don't want to hear them even if they tell you the truth. Now, when you look at a lot of stuff he's saying, he's bringing up good points. What he's doing, he's bringing up problems that our community has as black women, as black people as a whole. He is bringing up good points. However, you don't want to hear it because he told you how you're nothing basically and how they're not attracted to you anyway because of XYZ. Now, this is my thing, my question to him and a lot of other black men, because I know there are more black men besides him who feel the way he does. First of all, while you all are out here bashing us about how fat we are, discussing how we discuss you so bad, why not love and support us more? I mean, we have to do it for ourselves, because nobody can love you for you. You have to love yourself first, because if you don't love yourself, then of course a man cannot love you, so you can't. That's the problem now. You got too many black women or women in general looking for a man to love them for them and do the things that they have to do for themselves first before he can even come into your life and do anything for you beneficial. My thing is this. I don't have a problem with a black man dating outside the race because I'm actually mixed race. If you all were wondering or ever looked at me and thought, like, oh, because I've been told, like, when people really look at you, when I really look at you, I can tell you mixed. I'm like, what, really? So I just go with it, I mean, yes, I'm mixed race. I am black, and Cherokee Indian, and I'm also mixed with white. So I don't have a problem with a black woman. A black woman dating a white guy, or a black man dating a white woman or a Hispanic woman. I don't care. Like, I have no problem. I know chicks like that. I know guys like that. Or I know women who I went to school with who are white, and they have black boyfriends, and I liked them, and I had class with them, and I was like, hey, girl, what's up? Didn't have an issue with it. I don't care. like I don't have a problem with it. I don't really care. I don't look at it as, oh, she's stealing our man. Like, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. My thing is this: do not date other women of other races to spite us. Do not date women of other races just because, or as your way of saying, you are not good enough. You are not beautiful enough. You are too fat to be loved. You are horrible, and these women have other qualities that you wish you had. You disgust me, and that's why I'm dating this Hispanic woman, or this white woman here, or this Asian woman, because you're not good enough. So you're dating these other women of other races to spite me. That's what I'm saying. That's my only problem. Other than that, I don't have a problem with you dating outside the race. My thing is this: having a little loyalty, within your own community. I feel like, why don't you try to, let's say if you knew a woman, like, I'm talking to black men now, like, what if you did see a woman? Because he brought a point. He says, even if a woman was educated and nice and had great morals and qualities, a man still won't go for her. A good black man won't go for her because she's not attractive enough. Which we already know that. We get passed over all the time, especially if you have a weight problem. You're going to be pushed to the back. That happens all the time. Women without weight problems may get pushed to the back. Like, that happens all the time. We already know how it is. We already know how it is. That's why so many sisters out here now trying to get snatched and trying to get that, that core right, and they trying to get the booty like bam in your face. And so many black women killing themselves. Literally, no, not using the expression, I'm killing myself trying to lose this weight. No, they're killing themselves trying to get this hourglass figure, trying to get that ass like popping out like boop, 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 trying to get the chest sitting up and trying to get the waist in. And it may not even be meant for them to have an hourglass figure like that, because black men see this as beautiful. And that's the only type, like you said, Melissa Ford. Melissa Ford is an hourglass. I'm like, do you see how Melissa Ford look like? You think every black woman walking down the street in the United States of America looks like Melissa Ford, or should look like Melissa Ford? Hell no. I don't think so. Or Buffy the Body, or whatever. I mean, everybody's not gonna look like that. These are models that you talk about, urban models. Like, every black, that's another thing. That black men need to change their mindset. That every black woman, I'm not saying support obesity. That's not good either. But how about just, supporting a black woman get into a healthier version of herself? How about that? Not necessarily trying to fit every black woman into a mold that she may never, ever get into, because some of them will, if you have the genetic makeup, or if it's just, if you can do it. But every woman is like, you all want this cookie cutter version of a woman. You all want every black woman to look like, I'm like, every woman don't look like that. And even she is an hourglass. There are different types of hourglass. Like me, myself, I'm an hourglass, but I'm a fuller figured hourglass. And it's so weird, because I've had like a friend of mine tell me, like, you're sort of an hourglass, and like, it's always like a sort of an hourglass. And the reason why she probably said that was, because I'm a fuller figure, so it's like they get, it's almost like you get half the credit. Not that she was I don't think she was trying to take anything away from me. What she was just saying was, she probably tried to say in a nice way, like, you're full of figure hourglass. And I didn't take offense to it at all, So, yeah, yeah, but I mean, I just feel like, every woman can't fit into that. I'm sorry, guys, but you have black men, you have to open your mind up a little bit more, and stop thinking that every woman has to look like Melissa Ford or Buffy the Body, or somebody, look like she belonged on a cover of a King magazine to be considered beautiful, because that's not true. That is so not true. I mean, it's crazy. You all are. It's just the madness, the things that you put us through. Also, so a lot of black women, they emotionally eat. That's another reason they gain weight. They gain weight from stress from you. Maybe she wasn't fat before, but she was fat when you left her. She was fat when you left her with those 3 kids, because she had them 3 kids and you wasn't there to help her. So yeah, she left. So I mean, you don't know what's the reason behind the roles. There's a reason there. While all those roles and stress marks tell a story. Why don't you get to know the story? Instead of looking at her like, she disgusts me. I'm like, well, you You disgust me, you know. Bastard, you know. I just thought he had some damn nerve. So I was like, he bring up good points, but he just an asshole with it. And I can't respect a black guy who attacks a black woman. That's another thing you gotta stop doing. Stop attacking your black women. We are your women. Stop attacking us and start loving us a little bit more. Loving us starts with loving yourself as a man. Loving yourself a little bit more because you come from a black woman. I'm sure your mama ain't get what she might be, but I mean, a lot of these guys, a lot of these black guys who attack bigger black women, got fat mamas and fat aunties and fat cousins. So it's like you got fatness in your family. I know you got obesity in your family. There's no way in hell you don't. So stop attacking us, you know. Start loving yourself, respect us, you know. So that's what I mean by having a little more compassion for black women and just have a little more love and loyalty. Like what I was gonna say was earlier, I went off on a tangent. I was gonna say, what if you did meet a black woman and she was a little overweight? But she was a great woman. She's beautiful in the face and just had a wonderful personality, beautiful, godly Christian woman. And she worked at a great, strong work ethic, had her own career, everything going for her. She was just a little plump, you know. So you tell me you would throw all that away because she's a woman of substance. You would throw all that away for an airhead, uh, you know, goofy, basic chick because she's, you know, because she look like Liz Ford, because yeah, she like ba 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 boom boom boom, you know, and you would take that over, like, I mean, come on. But then I've heard, you know, black guys say they're looking for a woman of substance, they looking for a woman who about something or whatever. But it's like when we come your way, you find something wrong with us, and then you say, "Nah, I don't want you." And then you take airhead, you take some chick who ain't about nothing, you know, and then you wonder why you get hurt emotionally. And I'm like, you're an asshole, sir, because when you do get a good woman, you throw her away because she's too fat. I'm like, well, don't you know you can take a good woman and who maybe a little fluffy, a little overweight, and then you could go take her and y'all both get a gym membership. You can join, put her on your gym membership, put on your little gym membership thing, or whatever. Y'all can both go out to Planet Fitness together, or LA Fitness together, and work it out together. I mean, come on now. I mean, that's how Monique lost weight. Monique, the queen of skinny bitches, are evil. Like, whoever thought Monique would lose weight? I never looked at thought. I always thought Monique was beautiful anyway, but I never thought she would lose weight. All it took was her man telling her, "Baby, I love you, but I just think, you know, you need to be just a little bit less, because it's just not healthy for you." And she lost that weight and just hit that treadmill and lost that weight. Who knew? But it was love. It wasn't like, "You're fat and disgusting, I hate you. You know, I'm leaving you for a white woman." That didn't make her lose weight. That would have made her gain more and say, "Well, you motherfucker," you know how she is. You know, she was like, "Really? Really?" She would be eating pie while she would tell him, you know, so, but it was love. And so if you all just love and be a little more caring, consoling, a little bit more compassionate, understand, you don't understand the plight of a black woman. You don't know what it feels like to be a black woman because you're a black man. You know, so you don't know. You know, just I think we all had to love each other a little bit more. Love ourselves more first. It starts with loving yourself. And just have a little more respect for each other. Stop beating the hell out of each other. You know. So, in closing, am I too fat to be loved? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I didn't know you'd be too fat to be loved. I mean, it's like you basically just told every big black woman, like, she's too big to be loved. She does not need to be. Basically told her, "I would not love you. I would not take you as a wife, you know, mother of my children, whatever, until you lose that weight." You know, he basically was like, "Yeah, lose weight first, then come show us something." You know, he basically just told her, I mean, and what's wrong with a big woman feeling good about herself? And also, nothing wrong with losing weight, but it's also great to feel good about who you are and how you look before you lose the weight as well. You know, a woman, you know, losing weight or whatever, great. I know a woman who just lost a lot of weight, and she's a beautiful person on the inside and out. I love her to death, and she was big before. I actually did an article with her. I interviewed her. Can a woman be happy and healthy at a bigger size? She was like the main person for my article that I interviewed, main source, and she was the main face of my article. And she was bigger at that point. She was obese at that point, you know. And she's not anymore, and she looks fantastic. But she was happy with herself then. I mean, she was happy and had a lot of self-esteem then. She's never lost her self-esteem. She always was the same person, you know. Like with Jennifer Hudson before she lost the weight, she was happy then being a size 16. She never was. She just not lost his weight now, but she was like, "I liked myself then," you know. You know. So don't assume because somebody's bigger that they hate themselves and they should hate themselves and they should feel ugly, because that's not true. You know, and who are you? And first of all, for the record, I'm gonna end this video now. And, you know, let you all comment and everything. I really want to hear what you have to say. You know, should no man be commenting on no woman's weight unless he her nutritionist, her dietitian, her personal trainer, or Jesus or somebody. I'm like, you don't need to be saying nothing. You to mind because that's none of your business. Sip your tea, Kermit. Thank you. Okay, you don't need to be minding her business. Okay, mind yours. You don't know how it feels like to be a woman, to be a black woman. Okay, you don't know what it feels like till you walk a day in our pumps, in our shoes. You shut the hell up, tell us about how fat we are and all that kind of stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, have a seat. Go on here with all that. I ain't about to hear all that. Thank you, but no thank you. But yeah, I was shut up because I'm passionate and I'm just really into this. I was not trying to make it go to 30 minutes, but I was like, I gotta say something because I'm like, he just got me. I was like, wait a minute. I've been talking to way too many jerks and I'm mad, and I got to get on this camera and let you all know what's been up. But drop me a comment below. My black women, reach out to me if you, especially you a big girl. Like, tell me what you think about what the jerk said. And I tried to come back and defend us and everything. I do a good job. I hope so. I try to. I mean, I've been bigger. I've just lost a lot of weight recently, but I've been bigger. I'm still, you know, considered, thicker, bigger. I'm not like perfect. I'm trying. My stomach has got a lot smaller. I'm trying to get it down a little bit more. I'm working on it, But yeah, comment below, do a response video. That would be great. Link it below so I can see your video and everything. And share this video. Share it and comment and everything. Mwah. But yeah, please do that. And yeah. I will talk to you guys very soon. I want to do another video. I'm gonna review POF and everything, my experience, and tell y'all what happened. Oh, I tell y'all what happened. But yeah, y'all go ahead and enjoy this video. All right, well, y'all have a good night. I'm about to go eat my dinner now. All right, bye.